Eidolon has a lot of achievements, from getting $1 million to slaying gods to this, and I promise to get all of them. This is what happened. I'll need a strong character, so I created Chad McMahon. His eyebrows have biceps. He wants to level up and fight the final boss, but he worries, will he ever find true love? The first achievement I want is getting to level 10. Before fighting, I need to get some equipment from the mines. You can mine idly or play a minecart game that I immediately lost because I was reading the instructions. Remember this lesson, don't learn how to read. I made the jump and died again. The good news is I leveled up, mining level 2. The final boss quakes in fear, for I will mine the ground beneath him and he will fall over. Now to level up in combat. The main quest giver is this script worm, and he told me to become a hardcore gamer, I must defeat 5 green spores. He also told me to mention this video is sponsored by Eidolon. I went through the portal and immediately started punching. They deserve it, trust me. You can tell by this guy's face, he's guilty of war crimes. In the mushroom area, there's a mysterious portal on the right and a lumberjack who quit after only chopping 1 tree. You're only half done, dude. Imagine if I just stopped the video now. I will finish the video and the trees. Since this game is idle, Chad can chop trees while I do other things. Leveling and mining got me talent points. Each talent is important for different situations, so I have to think about what kind of character I want Chad to be. One that doesn't waste time thinking! So I randomly chose talents. The tree doesn't seem to be going down, so I went back to combat to level up. The final boss quakes in fear, for I now have the power to trim his nails. I went back to Scriptavius, proud of my 5 kills. He spoke to me. You've done great, kid. I'm proud of you. Let me show you how to get even stronger to get to level 10. He taught me how to buy items from the shop and then craft them into boxing gloves. It was a real bonding experience, like the father Chad never had. I hope nothing bad happens to him, like dying a grisly death 14 minutes into the video. Anyway, I deal more damage with the gloves. The portal to the next area opened. The second level has frogs. I hate frogs. Pick a side, you centrist! I killed them to get to level 4. 6 more areas that I can fight the first boss. But before I could progress, I found a frog on a log, and it spoke 2 pieces of advice to Chad. Do not underestimate 4, and you will find love only in your opposite. Chad doesn't have the time or brain capacity to understand what he just heard, so he wandered forward, and found that even a pig is cutting a tree. You lazy motherfucker! I wanted to know what happens when you die in this game, to see if it's permanent, so I did that. Create a new character. Oh no, this is the end of Chad McMahon. He'll never reach level 10. Oh no, I just get to have 2 characters. Meet Genevieve. She's a French woman who loves sitting in nature, French music, and wants a calm life. I, Dragoon, refuse to research a French accent and will make it up. Jeanne cannot do the fighting. She is too petite, too fragile. So I tried to get her to chop the tree, but she can't hurt nature. She is paralyzed. She just wants a calm life. Sorry, that's Chad's internal monologue. I got him to farm copper for a while and oh shit! Sorry, I fell off my chair, and it took me 2 days and 11 hours to get back up. Chad has mined 2,000 copper ore and leveled up a bunch. Actually, he got to level 10. The next achievement I want is to craft a stronger weapon, because the first boss is an ancient Egyptian god, and I'm struggling with frogs. With my goal for a new weapon, I smelt my ore into bars, and then this goblin spat some bars. I fought wars, Borgor, before your kind was born. Steal my ore and you'll be sore, my fist will be your guarantor. Then dropped the mic. That actually happened. My next quest is to pick up the microphone, but my inventory has 2,000 copper in it. How's Janae doing? What if this tree, a squirrel, calls home? I cannot strike it. She'll get there. I was reminded this game is an MMO when I saw another player called LS Dragoon. I am Dragoon. How did this happen? And he has godlike wings. I want them. He's just casually holding the Eye of Sauron. I asked Reptilian if I can get god wings, and he told me to craft an orange t-shirt first. So with the skulls of my enemies and the logs Chad had to cut himself because, I made an orange t-shirt. The final boss cowers in fear, for I can now handle a light breeze. Now to craft a spear for my weapon. Whoa, Genevieve is attacking mushrooms. This is against your morals, Gene. She can't hear me. She's wearing AirPods. I know she likes French music, but who would? Oh no, she's on the grind set. She can't stop working harder, better, faster. Oh, whoa! I fell off my chair again and Genevieve has been chopping wood for 3 days straight. What about the squirrels, Jenna? What about your morals? What about a calm life? At least I got an achievement for being AFK for 100 hours across the 2 characters. While Janae ends the species of trees in a technotic trance, I went back to Chad to search for weapon materials. I came across a coliseum, which means I get to use some music I've always wanted to. I approached the arena so that I could now become a Chad is causing mushroom extinction. The frogs won't make up their minds, and we still don't know what are frogs. Gladiator! And I died. My reward for losing was a key to the first boss, because the game is laughing at me and wants me to die more. But I haven't found the boss room yet. What I have found is a picnic basket. Scriptogram will help me make a new weapon if I get a jar of jam from the picnic, but there's someone living inside it. He'll trade me the jam for 20 sandwiches, which you can buy from the shop for money. You can get money from murder, just like real life, but now he wants ketchup and mustard with them. You can get condiments from frog murder, but I don't want to farm them myself, so I used a 1-hour time candy to get an hour of AFK gains instantly. These are limited, so use them wisely, unless you have real life money. I got what I needed and 32 frog legs for Genevieve to eat when she calms down, but the picnic needs one more thing. A fight to the death! The mushrooms have admitted to their war crimes. They created 4-way stop signs. We don't have them in Australia and they scare me. He secured the jar of jam, got an achievement and returned it to Mr. Scrumptious. He told me to find a weapon. I have to get closer to the boss. But where is the boss? He told me it's after this sign. In this area, I made a new friend. His name is Prometheus. In Greek mythology, Prometheus stole fire from the gods and gave it to humans so that we could roast marshmallows. But in Eidolon, he offers us a class. We get to specialize in combat and in skills. I shouldn't have to tell you which one Chad chose. Now instead of just punching, I have a slash attack and a 360 no-scope. With these, nothing can stop me. I have to kill 1400 beans to progress. Back to Genevieve. She seems fine now, just chopping some wood, and I can do the cutting minigame. I just have to time the arrow within the green. It's pretty easy, I've played these games and gotten 100 before. Chad has still no weapons, so maybe I can craft one out of wood. I'm a disappointment to my family. I'm making Genevieve collect her own frog legs while I swap back to Chad. I found an alternate way through so I don't have to fight 1400 beans. Inside the jungle, I found a talking leaf that knows of a weapon. But he's so scared of the slimes, I have to clear his path. But I'm so scared of the slimes. So we both just sat there, forever. Fine, I'll do it, but there was a time limit to kill 10 slimes and Chad isn't strong enough yet. Chad needs divine help, but he doesn't worship any regular god. He worships himself, or at least what he thinks he looks like. Frame got him +3 base damage, still not enough. Back to Genevieve. She's jealous of Chad's class, so she farmed to level 10 to talk to Prometheus. As for her class, she is so petite and fragile, but she has an intense burning rage of power, and is good at chopping trees. So I have a new mage. Fireball, and Fireball! There are other mage spells, but I just like Fireball the most. You can play Eidolon on Steam or iOS and make your own mage with more spells, but Genevieve will always be stronger. Then she tripped over a frog and died. After respawning, I asked French Scrantation what I should do next. Genevieve, you already know your true purpose. So she went back to chopping wood. Then finally, Chad's gigantic brain had an idea. I can craft a wooden spear. I can now stab things, but they can still stab me back. I have to get some armor to survive. So my next achievement is to get bronze armor for Chad, but I need bleach logs to craft the armor, which are 2 areas past the slimes. I went forward to fight. It might take a while to reach the tree. Spoiler! The bleach logs are right here. My next steps were all unnecessary. I killed hundreds of slimes because they were blocking the path to the bleach logs. The next area was filled with snakes, no bleach logs, and a mushroom who was high on mushrooms. After being bitten by snakes 300 times, Chad's blood is now 70% venom. Chad is almost dead, so I went back to Genevieve, who can't chop bleach wood yet because obviously it's the area after the snakes. I played the active minigame and did a little better, which unlocked the quest for getting 1,000 oak logs. So she has nothing better to do than chop, and Chad is too weak to beat enough snakes to progress. What can I do? Who can help at a time like this? Man's best friend. McMahon's best friend. There's a pet yard and you get 1 free random pet. I've randomly got a sandy pot pet. You might expect sand in a pot to not be very helpful, but it gives +15 to all stats. Surely now I can reach the bleach logs. I got enough kills to get to the next map. The logical enemy after snakes is walking carrot men, and hiding beneath the carrot men is the tree I've been looking for all this time. Copper armor is mine. I played the game and got 36, which rewarded me with 2, what is that? Jungle logs. Fuck! My absolute rage, I completed the sickest obstacle course run known to man. Then I googled where the bleach tree was and started chopping that one. Actually, Genevieve can do it. I also got 2 achievements. With Genevieve chopping logs, I sent Chad back into the mines to get copper for the armor. To craft the full set, I need bean slicers, nails, bleach logs, and copper bars. So I killed a bunch of beans, discovered there are 18 more classes, and finally crafted the copper armor set. But then I realized, I have to remove the baseball cap. Can I do that? The cap is 90% of Chad's personality. I'm sorry. Meet Chadius. Achievement obtained. Copper armor gives so much defense that none of the enemies I fought before can even damage me now. My next goal is to find the boss room and kill him for the achievement. And for that, I'll need my third character. I don't want to get too political, but I believe the best gender is stick figure. Meet Absidy Fajishklum. Let's go. No, that name is taken? I didn't know that's how it worked. How was Chad McMahon not taken? Okay, meet Absidy Fajishklum. He ignored squilleration, killed spores for their crimes against humanity, and chopped oak logs. And that's all he did. I don't have the skill to write 3 characters in a single video, so Absidy is just a resource collector. The true main character is Chad. He's been farming slimes, used a 1-hour candy to get 13,000 combat XP leveling to 20. His copper armor protected him from the snakes as he decapitated the carrots, before moving on to the final area before the boss, with goblins. Luckily, they are also too weak to hurt him, unless they make fun of Chad's lack of facial hair. He is weak against emotional damage. He went through the final portal, and if Chad could read, he would know this level contains the boss room. But guarding the boss room is a ghost. He won't let us in until we figure out who killed him. A mystery is afoot. Chad's idea to solve this crime is to punch planks of wood until he finds a clue. I'm hoping Genevieve has a better solution. What are you planning, Genet? What genius French plan can uncover this murder weapon? You're going to chop bleach wood for 3 days straight. Well, I know I ignored you before, but you are my only hope, Absidy Jiklum. He killed frogs to level up. He was the only character to see next to Skrillex is a sewer entrance. The murder weapon could be down here. He missed his first punch. He missed his next 12 punches, then took 150 damage, way more than he can take. But Absidy doesn't give up. He got to level 10 so he could unlock his class, an archer that specializes in smithing. He's going to create a magnifying glass to look for clues and solve the crime. Nothing could stop Absidy Fijiklum, the true main character. Soon he will fight the boss. Wait, what's happening? Oh, I have a 4th character slot. That seems sudden. What should I name them? Wait, I'm not doing that. My keyboard is acting on its own. Morgan Ellis. We are so fucked. Morgan Ellis is an ancient being who has never made a mistake in a video game. The ultimate judge. He immediately ran to the chest and stole my other character's boxing gloves, killed spores and leveled up. He ignored scrambled eggs because he already knows everything in the game. He made a hat to protect the sun from his rays and kept leveling up. He went mining and rapped back at the goblin.
My mind makes marvelous and moves fastest. Marvel and move, many mark what I've mastered.
He used a 1-hour candy to instantly get to level 11 and get his own class. In 2 minutes, he's done what took Chad 3 days. And he's choosing the warrior class just like Chad, because Morgan wants to be the true main character. Chad could feel Morgan's presence and thought maybe he should do something other than punch wood, but it turns out the planks of wood dropped the bones of the ghost's body that told him the cause of death. Chad was right all along. Absidy was never the main character. It's between Chad and Morgan. Genet is still cutting logs. Hey, so you died of malnutrition. You can't eat only Sour Patch Kids. Morgan's footsteps echoed through the game server. Chad rushed into the boss room. He has to be the first one to defeat the boss. There he is. The Egyptian god of death sends fireballs at Chad, but he's going in for an attack, punching his shins. The boss has 25,000 health, but Chad is dodging everything. He's going in. He's going to break the god's fingers. Chad is prepared with his armor. Oh god. Chad got one shot. Chad returned his weapons and armor in shame. He donned his old baseball cap and went back to mining, defeated. Without Chad, there was no one to stand against Morgan. He took all the equipment from the chest, making him the strongest character ever seen. But before Morgan could take over and beat the boss, one being would stand in his way. Scripticus! Knowing the pain Morgan had caused Chad, he would not let him pass. Evil will never win.
I am not evil. I am perfection.
Only one of them would leave this place alive. Morgan left for the boss room, and 10 minutes later, he had been farming for 14 hours and got 200,000 XP. It was only now Chad realized what the frog on a log was saying. Do not underestimate 4. Morgan is the 4th character. This was destined to happen. He approached the ghost, but instead of solving the crime, he exorcised the ghost, forcing his way into the boss room. He calmly stood among the fire, strafe dodged all damage and ran straight into the boss to fight. He took his time getting to level 33. He knows he he will win, with no one even trying to stop him. Morgan is the true main character. Wait, someone else is here. It's Genevieve Lady! She's going for the boss. How did she even get here? She was chopping that oak tree, but she actually kept going until she had 1,000 logs. Her body and willpower growing stronger with each swing. She gave all 1,000 logs to the lumberjack, which unlocked powerful mage weapons. She got new spells and learned how to use them. Teleportation, summoning sky beams, and of course, fireball. She chopped the jungle tree to craft iron armor, but she didn't have time to grind levels, so she entered the boss fight at level 26. So here she is, desperately trying to defeat the boss faster than Morgan. She tried sending fireballs across the map from safety, but it won't reach. She has to take some risks to win this. Since the mage class has more damage than warrior, she has a chance of beating the boss faster, but she is also weaker. She could die from any hit. Morgan played optimally. Seeing the fist that killed Chad, he ran away, not dealing damage for a short time. Jeanette saw this as her opportunity. If she was to win, she'd have to risk being hit by the fist. Her life flashed before her eyes. It was mostly cutting wood, and with a maximum health of 78, the fist did 76 damage. For the first time in his life, Morgan felt panic, for he realized something. The frog on a log had not been talking about him as the fourth character. Four, in French, means furnace. Inside Genevieve is a hot furnace of fury and passion. A heat that can chop wood for 3 days. A heat that will do anything to win. A heat capable of melting gods. The frog's warning was to not underestimate Genevieve Lady, the true main character. Morgan lost because he tried to do everything perfectly. Genevieve took great risks. She was prepared to make mistakes. In the end, Chad wondered if the frog's second piece of advice was to love someone far different to himself, Genevieve. But no, he fell in love with his own reflection. Morgan was cursed to battle in the Colosseum for eternity. Absidy died of malnutrition. And Jeanette unlocked a whole new world, more skills to level, more NPCs, items, trees, and another boss. But for now, Genevieve could only care for one thing. She could finally live a calm life.